No armor, no weapons, no problem. The monk doesn't overpower their enemies, they outpace them. Are you ready to put up your dukes and explore the monk?
Boots on stone, we lost the way. Who's the driver? Not today. Map is flipped in disarray. Level free, but tend to slay. Bought a sword with evil glow. Cleric healed, then burst, we know. Wizard spells all gone by noon. Rogues already looting soon.
So, what is a monk? And why would somebody want to play as a monk? Well, the monk is a martial class, okay, which focuses on speed, precision, and control. It uses mostly dexterity and wisdom. It fights unarmed. Once again, no armor. It relies on mobility and awareness. And you have to remember a few things. The monk is not a tank, so don't do it. The monk is not a brute, so don't do it. The monk is a hit and run specialist who controls the pace of the fight. Basically, Bruce Lee-ish, I guess, if you want to go that way. Let's look into a few of the abilities for a monk. You have your martial arts, which is your foundation, right? You use dexterity instead of strength for your attacks. You get a bonus action of unarmed strike after attacking. So you get to attack twice. And your damage scales in power over time. So your dice turns from D4 to D6 to D8 to D10, etc., etc. Why this matters? Well, you get more attacks, like I said. You get more chances to land big hits. And you're always doing something each turn. So look at it as your monk doesn't just hit harder, they hit more often. Then you have your key, which is your core mechanic. It's a resource pool. It's limited, but it recharges on every short rest that you do. And it powers up your ability. So, for example, you have Flurry of Blows, which means extra attacks. And you have Patient Defense. Basically, you dodge as a bonus action. Then you have Step of the Wind, which is dash, disengage, and jump as well. It's like a boost. So if you use your key, it's equal to like decision making, important decision makings. So what are you going to choose during an event or fight? You're going to choose more damage, you're going to choose more defense, or you're going to choose more mobility. It's up to you. Key isn't just a power, it's control over every movement. Next we have your Flurry of Blows, which is a fan favorite from what I hear. Basically you spend your key, we talked about that earlier, to make not one, but two extra unarmed strikes. Why is it so strong? Because you get burst damage, or potential to have burst damage. Then you have, it's so great for finishing enemies. So you hit them once, hit them twice, hit them 3 times, boom, finishing blow. The best way to use it is when an enemy is already weak, and when you need, absolutely need, to land hits. Then you got your unarmored defense and your unarmored movement, right? So you're unarmored, remember that. With the unarmored defense, you get AC, right? Your AC equals 10 plus dexterity plus wisdom. We talked about that earlier. What this means is that you're harder to hit than usual, okay? But you're not built to take repeated hits, remember that. And if you're getting hit too much, you're probably standing in the wrong place, if that makes sense. Then your unarmored movement increases your speed at every level. So, every level you get faster. You'll eventually be able to run up walls, move across water, all types of weird stuff. And that's what defines a monk. You can control your engagement, your escape, your positioning. All right, so you as a monk decide where the fight happens. Then you also have your stunning strike, which can be looked upon as kind of a game changer. You spend your key, once again, and you force a constitution saving throw, or the enemy is stunned if they can't meet your number. Stunned equals can't move, can't act. Everyone gets advantage on attack, so this is huge. You want to use it on a dangerous enemy, boss, or whatever like that. Basically, one strike, and the fight completely stops. And a little tiny ability is that you can also deflect missiles. So you reduce the range damage from the missile, and if you're clever enough, you can throw it back. So it adds survivability, plus a little bit of style, a little bit of panache. With any other class, you have your subclasses for your monks. Here's a few. Way of the Open Hand, which is your classic monk subclass, adds control, right? So you can knock opponent prone, you can push enemies, etc., etc. Think of it as pure martial mastery of the martial arts. I know, redundant. And then you have your Way of Shadow, which is stealth teleportation. So it's like a ninja style type of gameplay. So you fight from where they can't see you, from the shadows, blah, blah, blah. Then you have Way of the Four Elements. It's your elemental magic monk. It's a cool concept, but key cost is high. So just remember that. And then you have Way of the Drunken Master. It's unpredictable. Your movement is everywhere. And it's hard to pin down. So basically it's like chaos disguised as control. Alright, so let's go over the playstyle and some common mistakes when playing the monk. Alright, so you can have a wrong mindset and the right mindset. Let's go over the wrong mindset. You want to stand still and trade hits. Once again, like I talked earlier, you are not a tank. You cannot just sit there and just absorb hit after hit after hit. You're just not built for that. And you don't wear armor, so that doesn't make any sense, right? So don't try to be that. So you go into the right mindset. You want to hit, move, reposition, hit, move, etc., etc. All right? You want to control the space, and you want to pick your targets. All right? Think you are not the front line. You are the problem solver for issues. So the monk doesn't stay in the fight. They flow right through it. So, common mistakes. You start to burn your key a little too early. You don't want to use up all your key because then you have to wait for a next rest for it to replenish. Standing still too long. You always want to keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Ignoring mobility. Once again, you can move, you can go through, you can go around, don't stand still. And not using your stunning strike ability enough. It's there. Use it. Take advantage of it. So why people love monk? It's fast, it's flashy, it's kind of cool. All right? You feel powerful without your armor. And you have a high skill ceiling. So you can build up, build up, build up, build up, so where you just become really cool and badass. And it's very cinematic. It's a full air for the dramatic. And it's pretty cool. Next time on Dice Duarte's, when the fight changes, so do they. Introducing the Druid.